All right, welcome to the Motos. Time for the Motos. Badger Kart Club. Going to be going through the different layouts here. So for this first moto, and let me get the lap count up too. So for this first moto, we're going to be doing the red layout. So there's 3 layouts in this one. I was going through it a little bit in the heats. Red layout, blue layout, and the yellow one. In the heats, we saw the yellow layout. Now we're going to be taking a look at the red one, which is what we'll be racing in Moto 1. See the drivers going around for a pace lap here. Trying to get pretty quickly through these first couple sections because all the changes in the layouts pretty much happen around this area right here. So you can see red layout. It actually kind of goes backwards in a way if you think about the other one compared to the other one. Instead of taking that hairpin, just go through here and then it's like a weird type of chicane. Through here to reconnect the track. It's a different type of chicane here to reconnect it, so makes things interesting. It is actually not the quickest layout of the 3, almost. It's in the middle, so it'll be 22 laps on this one. The quickest one is the blue one. Longest one's going to be the yellow one, which we've already seen. But yeah, this one's right in the middle, the intermediate one. Got that extra little chicane right before the end of the track. Should make things interesting. And again, 3 motos for this final event. We're going to be starting with this red layout for this one. Let's go through the starting order. We're going to have Luke in first, Detail in second, Pancake third, Nuked 4th, Roman 5th, Opix 6th, Lay on the Horn, Vulcan 7th, Killer 8th, Real Deal 9th, Soul Reaper 10th, and Hunter 11th. I think the lights have been hit. There we go. Lights are off. 22 laps. Try to remember that. For our first moto here, the red layout, Badger Kart Club. Final race of the go-kart stage. Still a ton of points up for grabs, especially with the extra moto. Definitely going to help out. Whoa. A few drivers going wide there. That's Real Deal, actually. And Soul Reaper as well, going to the back early on. So we complete the first lap. Top 3 looking pretty similar. And a lot of potential battles to go down throughout the field. And it looks like we might see one already. Roman trying to work that on Nuked. I'm not sure if it's going to work there. Had a little bit of a run, but not really enough to work with to try to make a pass there. That sound from the cube, oh my god. Pretty subtle, but is a little bit of a sound effect from the cube there, in case you didn't notice it. I definitely noticed it. Potentially Real Deal trying to make a move here in Killer? No, not quite. And it's tough. You really got to choose your passing zones on this track. I would say on this layout, one of the most common places you're going to see it, well, you might see people try to make it happen. It's difficult to make it happen, but try to make it happen. It's like these turns right here. Usually, if somebody goes wide in the cylinder area, which can happen quite often, you'll see them go for a move after that. You can also gain a lot of time in that first 2-3 corners or so, especially right there. It's another one that's pretty easy to make a mistake on, and it looks like, again, Nuke trying to hold off Roman here. Roman had a little bit of a run, but Nuke's trying to defend as best as he possibly can, and this is definitely going to help out the top 3 pack. They are starting to stretch quite the gap already. And yeah, look at that. That top 3 is really getting away with this one. Meanwhile, we have 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th here. Their own little pack. And they are definitely falling off the pace quite a bit early on in this race. It's going to be tough for them to look for a podium already. It's already quite the gap, but still plenty of positions up for grabs. And just like I was saying right there, that's what I was talking about. Make that mistake in the cylinder. Go wide, or sometimes you make contact with it. And that happens, and that usually allows you to make a pass. And right there it happened with Nuked. He just made a little mistake there, and Roman was in the right position to take advantage of it, so he gets the pass on him. He's going to try to take advantage of that, see if he can gain time on the lead pack. He's got a long ways to go. But I would say, I mean, he's already seems to have stretched that gap from the drivers behind him by quite a bit. So it's a lot of time in the race. You never know. If anybody in that top 3 makes a mistake, could open up a potential look at the podium for Roman. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's already stretched that gap a ton. So you see the top 3. Luke, Pancake, Detail running that same order we saw at the start. Top 3 in the points as well. Definitely a lot of battles still to be played out there throughout the 3 motos tonight. And potentially Opix trying to make the same move that we saw earlier on Nuked, but well, he's actually holding it around the outside. I was going to say Nuked is going to get it here, but wow. That was actually a really good move out of Opix, I got to admit. Holds it around the outside and makes that pass happen through that chicane. I can't believe he just did that, honestly. did not look like a passing zone. I thought Nuked was just going to take the room back before they even got to the chicane, but somehow he was able to keep it side by side with him to the chicane, and it ended up working out in his favor eventually on the exit. So that was a really nice move out of Opix there to take 5th place. And again, oh, whoa, Hunter, whoa, it's getting close, it's getting close. They're able to hold on to it. I thought that was going to end badly. I thought one of those drivers was going to go into that inside wall, and there could be a pileup with everybody grouped up here, but fortunately that does not happen. But yeah, I definitely could have saw that happening right there. I was a little worried for this pack, but did a good job holding on to it. But yeah, Hunter does end up getting by Nuked. Now going to try to look at that top 5, Opix in front of him. We have Vulcan close by as well. And Real Deal having a rough one here. Still behind this entire pack and just trying to find an opening. But on the bright side, Opix is in 5th, so top 5 still well within range. Still a lot of time left. I don't even think we're halfway through this moto yet. So, I mean, he's got an entire pack's worth of driver. Whoa! I was trying to set it up, but it looks like he potentially went for the move too early, or driver in front of him didn't see him on the inside. I'm not sure what happened there, but whatever happened, he ends up in the pole, and that's I was setting it up for having a good opportunity there, but I don't think it's going to work out now. He loses a ton of time on that pack, and now he's going to have to gain all that time back and then try to work those positions. So that is tough. Oh, Nuked and Hunter get together. Not sure what happened there. Looked like they got caught in each other's lag bubble. Oh, Vulcan. Whoa, what is going to happen? I don't know how they didn't just lag flip again. I honestly can't believe it, but I thought for sure that was going to happen. It looked like Vulcan was trying to make a similar move to what Opix did, going around the outside in that chicane, but not able to do it, and I'm sure the lag bubble had a little bit of help with that, because it seemed like both the drivers were really close, like right on the edge of flipping, and were very fortunate to not wipe out right there. I thought both of them were just going to randomly just pop their tires and go flying. That's what I thought was going to happen, but somehow they survived the lag bubble to get out of it and keep it clean, live to fight another day. And that'll probably allow Real Deal to gain a little bit of time. He actually gains a position, too, because Nuked did get cheesed back leading towards that hairpin with the tree on the inside. He did get cheesed there with Hunter, and that actually allowed Real Deal to take that spot. So throughout, we did see earlier with that mistake with the pull, looked like it hurt him a ton. But funnily enough, just a lap or two later, he ends up gaining a position. And now with the lag cheese with Hunter and Vulcan, he's already gained a ton of time on them. So definitely still potential positions to be taken there. Let's get an update on the top 3. And it looks like at the moment the gaps have stretched quite a bit. The top 3 pack as a whole definitely still on another level of pace. And that is why they've stretched this gap so intensely from the rest of the field. So it's still Luke, Pancake, and Detail on this top 3. All 3 of them having really nice runs, really trying to stretch those gaps. And Roman, it's hard. It's honestly hard to tell. if Roman's gained at this point. I honestly can't tell because, again, he got around that other pack early. Oh, well. Now, I mean, even if he did gain, I'm sure he just lost it. But what I was saying, it's hard to tell because he was the first one to get around that top 5 pack, that second pack earlier in the race and start gaining in the top 3. But I would say that that gap has remained about the same, or with that last mistake, I'm sure that he's definitely lost time with that last mistake for sure. Maybe he was keeping it close, but definitely with that last one, he's in that no man's land. He's in that no man's land, just completely on his own, like a 7-second gap in front of him, 7-second gap behind him, something like that, and just very cleanly in that 4th place position. And I imagine that is where he'll finish. Just wanted to go on board there for a second to get a check on the lap count, and it looked like we were at 15 laps in. Again, 22 laps is this race, so we're starting to get pretty close to the end. But still some time to go, and it looks like lap traffic might be a factor as well, so that might get interesting. Looks like that could potentially come into play. So look at this pack here. Opix was able to take that position from Nuked and get in front of this pack, and it looks like he's probably pretty happy with that right now because he hasn't really been able to pull away from this pack. He's still holding on to his position, still doing a good job there, but I mean, it looks like the pace between this entire pack of drivers is pretty similar. And while we were looking at the rest of the field, it looks like Real Deal was able to make a move on Vulcan at some point as well. So that's another position he's clicked off there. So slow but steady, right? Slow but steady. Starting to get some positions there. Starting to move up the field. Opposite story for Nuked. Had a really good starting position and has moved pretty far towards the back. But again, he's still in range of that pack. Any mistakes could potentially get some of those back. Killer and Soul Reaper towards the back here. Not their best showings here. Definitely thinking about that Moto 2 right now. Oh, yeah. Especially right there with Soul Reaper going down. And yeah, that's going to put him a lap down as well. So yeah, lap traffic coming into play here a little bit at the end of this Moto 1. As just making sure. Wow, we went through those laps fast. So 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go for the lead. Again, Roman in no man's land. It's crazy how separated he is from everything. He's like the only driver that's just completely on his own. Everybody else has got some type of... I mean, I guess Detail's pretty separated as well at this point, but for the most part, everybody else got somebody somewhere in the field kind of close to where they're at, but Roman is just absolutely in no man's land in this first race. Kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing, you know. 4th, that's a good position to have locked up. But at the same time, you know, maybe he wanted to catch up to that lead pack, see if he could get a look at some of the lines, see where he can improve. And it's going to be pretty much impossible for him to do that when he's so far behind. So, unfortunate for him. If he could have caught up earlier, maybe he could have learned some things, taking that into the next moto. As, yes, we are on the white flag lap now. 1 lap to go for Luke to take this. Moto 1 got by both the lappers. Pancakes still got to deal with both of those. So, unless something crazy happens, some type of mistake here, which could make things interesting. I mean, if he hit like the pole or something, could make things weird. Especially with the lappers so close behind because they'd probably get around him. But really all he's got to do is get through the chicane, gets through it. That's going to be Moto 1. Luke's going to take that one. In second, Pancake will take that position as well. Detail in 3rd. And there he is, all on his own, Roman in that 4th place. So we wait for the top 5 pack, and yeah, you can, especially right here, you can get a real sense of the gaps here, and it looks like Opix and what's this? What happened? We might have to take a look at a replay. Massive changes in that, well, outside the top 5 battle. What happened there? So Opix ended up holding on to that 5th place, but Vulcan made a run, got all the way up to 6th. He was behind Real Deal, and Nuked was behind him at one point. What happened there? Hunter was ahead. Something must have happened. I think this is worth looking at a replay of. Into the inside wall. And a violent crash after that, rolls over a few times. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, he was potentially able to fight for that top 5 with Optics, but after that, nope, not going to happen. That was it for Hunter there, and I'm sure as soon as that flip happened, you know, I'm sure he knew it was over and just throw all the focus on the Moto 2 at that point. Now I got to know what happened with Real Deal and Vulcan here. We're on lap 20. 2 to go. Real Deal trying to... He sees the top 5. I honestly can't believe he got this close to it. And look at this. It looks like he has the line. He sees the top 5. He has the line. Oh, man. That is unlucky. Wow. That's tough. Watch that one more time. That sucks. Potential chance at the top 5, which was amazing the way his race went, and that one crash that set him back early on, that one collision with the pole. I thought it was surely over. I thought he wouldn't have another shot at it. Ends up having another shot at it. Absolutely had a chance of taking the top 5 right there, and then that happens, and that lag bubble that he got caught up in with Optics ended up like just spinning him out. Just the weird Halo 5 stuff that you can't really do anything about. Unfortunate for Real Deal because he actually had a pretty good comeback, which I didn't expect. I didn't think that was possible at that point, but unfortunate that it ends up costing that for him, and that's how Vulcan ended up taking those spots back. So yeah, Real Deal with that weird lag cheese and Hunter with that inside wall ended up working out for Vulcan. He gets a couple of those spots back, so I'm sure he's pretty happy with that. But yeah, there's your Moto 1. Again, Luke, Pancake, and Detail, Roman, and then Opix. That's your top 5 for Moto number 1. Moto 2 time.